Howdy folks, today I'm going to talk about the Smith & Wesson revolvers a little bit. This will be the model 642-2. It is their airweight models in 38 special caliber. And here we have a version of that gun. This one, one of the things about a 642, for example, I want to cover the difference in trigger pull between the standard model we have here and this one is from the Performance Ctr. So it has a little bit of action work done to it from the factory. I want to do a little comparison and show you how the Performance Ctr function has made a difference in the gun. But anyway, we'll show you a couple of features of it first. We'll go through the fact that we have a hammerless, double action only revolver. And with the 642-2 model, what we found is on both of these, we have a trigger locking mechanism or action mechanism. That is, you see a little bitty hole right there. That is a special hex key that comes with the gun from the factory. It's a safety lockout kind of device. You can insert your key in here, turn it a quarter turn or so, and it locks the mechanism internally so the gun cannot be fired. And that makes it safe, especially when you're in a situation where you may have it put away where a child may run into it. And if you have this locked out, it's not an issue with them being able to use the gun. Alrighty. Always a concern when you have your young ones in the house. Okay, let's do a little quick idea on cleaning the firearm. Okay, and as with any firearm, we're going to make sure that it is unloaded. When we start with it, we're going to run a solvent patch through the cylinders, through each chamber of the cylinder rather, and also through the barrel. And with a revolver, you got to pay close attention to the entrance of the forcing cone and around the entrance of the barrel here, so that you can get all the carbon and debris from around the face of the barrel. Because I know when you close the cylinder, for example, you're going to have a slight gap right here where the cylinder comes in line with the barrel. So make sure that you spend a little extra effort in solvent and cleaning around the face of the barrel to get all the crud away from that. We're going to follow that with our clean dry patch after the solvent soaked a few minutes, and if need be, you may have to follow up with a brass brush, for example, to get any fouling and copper residue from inside the barrel. And with that, once it's cleaned out with a dry patch, we're going to come back with a couple drops of a lightweight oil, preferably a synthetic gun oil, so that we keep everything lubricated in good working order. All right. More than that, I would not recommend a typical homeowner take the gun apart any further than that. However, you do have to keep in mind that there are a lot of internal components inside a revolver especially, whereas you wouldn't normally get to in typical cleaning. But you can remove the grip, take off 3 screws on the side plate, and you would be able to gain access into all the internal parts here to keep those lubricated, and also clean those occasionally. If that's something you're not comfortable with, I suggest maybe taking that to your local gunsmith. It all depends on what the gun's exposed to. It don't necessarily have to be used a lot as far as firing at the range. But if you carry a gun like this on your person for self-defense, and you don't even shoot it for 6 months or 2 years as far as that goes, but you carried it a lot, you're going to have lint and dirt, grit, skin as far as that goes. Your skin fall off. And I won't say fall off, but you do shed skin a little bit every day. And if you've got this gun close to your person, even wearing on an ankle holster, you will get, and sweating too. You're going to get dirt and dry skin accumulate inside that you wouldn't normally get to. So it's a good idea to take the grip off, take the side plate off, clean out on the inside. All right, and if that's not something you're comfortable with, take it to your local gunsmith shop and let those guys take care of you. All righty. So anyway, and with that, notice we have an internal hammer. This is a hammerless design, so it is a double action only, which means the trigger pull cocks the hammer and also releases the hammer. That's your double action. And with this gun being designed for concealed carry, for your very smooth lines on it here, there's nothing here to snag on your clothing, makes it very much favorable for that kind of operation. All right. And with this one, this again is the exact same model gun, except this one has been through the Performance Ctr enhancement as far as your trigger action goes. Okay, and I'm going to compare those with our trigger pull gauge to see what makes a difference in it. With this one, it also has a little bit different grip on it, in that a fancier grip with the cross hatch, I want to say basket weave type checkering on it. I like that. Nice looking gun there. Alrighty. Okay, so let's take a look at them with our standard model 642 and see what the trigger pull is on our trusty little RCBS trigger pull gauge. And I'm guessing, I mean, usually they're somewhere between 12 and 14 pounds from the factory, but let's give us a shot and see what we get. My gauge don't really go that far anyway, but see what this feels like. And the gauge bottomed out before I got through the full stroke. So I know, and then kind of measuring on what I've got my hash marks here, it's somewhere beyond 12 pounds, really what it bottomed out at. Okay, so we'll reset our follower and take another look at the Performance Ctr version. See what we have here. And here we go with 8, pretty much 9 pounds. Okay, that seems to be about what I would expect from that type of gun. And if you pull the gun, you pull the trigger rather, and feel the difference in them, and that's 8 pounds. It's fairly smooth, and with this one, it's an obvious difference in the effort it takes to make the gun rotate, make the cylinder rotate, make it fire. And I can feel it's not quite as smooth, it's not quite as slick. So they have done some polishing on the internal parts and lightened the hammer spring up a little bit. So if that's something that you're considering, you look at the guns. If you looking for shopping for a gun and you see this little blue tag attached to one of your revolvers, Performance Ctr Enhanced Action by Smith & Wesson, you can rest assured that there is a reason why this costs a little more than the standard model. All right, they've gone ahead and done some trigger work on the inside, makes it easier to operate. And if you want something beyond that, you maybe talk to your local gunsmith. They can help you out even more so. But for most folks, that's a pretty good option to have. Okay. All right, with that pretty much ends this session for our Smith & Wesson 38 revolvers. If there's something we can help you out with that may have a gun works, give us a call.